So I've been using this cube for over a week now, and I've set it up a few different ways and done over 1,000 solves to break it in, and I really tried to give this cube a chance, but I honestly can't see this ever becoming my main, and in this video I'm going to tell you exactly why. The first thing is kind of a minor thing. This cube is 92 grams. That's more than 15 more than the SM, which has been my main for over 9 months now. And so I'm really used to a lighter cube, so coming to a heavy cube like this one, it's a bit of an issue for me, although it might not be an issue for you. That is just a personal thing. This is a 56mm cube, but it feels a lot bigger. I'd say more like a 57mm cube. And I don't know if the 56mm includes the ridges or not, but either way, it still feels bigger than a 56mm cube. After using 56mm cubes and smaller for years now, anything that feels bigger is just really out of the question. Also, to my knowledge, this cube only comes in stickerless. I have asked the cubicle and they told me that they don't believe there's going to be a stickered version, and I honestly don't know why. You could just make smaller stickers and keep the ridges, and people would be happier with that. Now I'm going to talk about the ridges. Never have I picked up a 3x3 and thought, this would be really good if it was easier to grip. Nobody has ever asked for ridges. I never asked for ridges. I don't see the purpose of them. Their goal was to make the 3x3 easier to hold, and I've never had a 3x3 that was hard to hold. Also, it doesn't accomplish this goal to any extent. When I'm solving, or even not solving, just holding it like this, I can't feel the ridges at all. They're so subtle that it just doesn't make a difference at all, and it defeats the whole purpose of adding the ridges in the first place. This cube isn't all bad news though. I was pretty excited for the new tensioning system. Basically, you can tension the spring, which is what I believe to be Moyu's take on the GS nuts. It is really easy to use. You just stick the tensioning tool over the blue part around the screw, and you turn it, and the more you turn it, the tighter and tighter the spring gets until you get back to 0. I personally have mine on 4 as I have found this the best. This does make it easier to change the spring tension than the GS system, but I find it's a little more confusing to use because the GS nuts have colors and you know exactly how tight the tensions are because you can find it right on their website. It tells you exactly how many newtons each color spring is. With this, you also have a smaller selection of spring tensions. The difference between the first setting and the last setting is very subtle and it doesn't really make too much of a difference, whereas with GS nuts you get a much wider range of tensions for the springs. Alright, so let's get into probably the most important thing, because most of what I've said already is just a little bit of nitpicking. So this cube is really fast, but it's just a little too fast. So I did have to slow it down with some lube, and that was the best option I could find for it. But now, it takes a lot of force to make the turn, and I can't do more than 100 solves in it without my fingers getting tired. Also, it locks up quite a bit, way more than a cube should at this point, especially a $35 flagship. The next thing I'd like to talk about is how bad the corner cutting is. I haven't seen a flagship 3x3 with corner cutting this bad in all my years of cubing. So reverse corner cutting is almost a full piece, and it is pretty easy to do. That's normal. Nothing special there, right? Also, this cube can do over 45. That's normal too. It does lock up a little bit there, but corner cutting, it can do about the same range as most puzzles these days. However, with normal corner cutting, anything more than half a piece takes quite a bit of force. This is disappointing considering we stopped caring about corner cutting 2 years ago, and this is a $35 flagship cube. So basically with this cube, Moyu is trying their best to innovate but completely failed. And honestly, I would rather use a Yushin Little Magic over this cube. It's really not good at all. Should you buy this cube? Keep in mind that this is my opinion and I haven't seen a single bad review of this cube, but I really do hate this cube. I could spend my money a lot better. I could buy a Cubicle Labs Little Magic M and have money left over. I could buy a Yushin Huanglong M and have money left over. I could buy 2 MGCs and have money left over. I could even buy more than 1 package of gum. So I don't like this, and I don't recommend buying this cube. Close Moyu, but no cigar. So that's about it for this video. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to be notified of videos I post like this in the future. And as always, thanks for watching.